Hello, people. I'm doing this video because I was talking to some people recently, people that actually were on the streets, people that actually were in the life. What we have going on here right now is we have a bunch of people that weren't on the streets doing these shows, and we are no longer the mafia genre. We are entertainment. We've become like some type of silly entertainment. We have people running around, looking into people's backgrounds, trying to be vicious and ugly. Uh, just the stuff going on right now is horrible. We have people that rat on people just for the sake of ratting because they're angry at people. We have so much negativity going on right now that we are no longer the mafia genre. A matter of fact, these guys that were part of the mafia genre have been told not to even come on YouTube and get involved with this. I'm talking about real street guys. You know, they're being told this because of the fact that it's become silliness. You know, people making up names. They call themselves, they have these like mafia names they try to call themselves. And they don't know nothing about the mob. They don't have the balls to put up their real name. And if you do put up your real name, what happens? People tear apart your past. And that's what we become. And we have to decide what we're going to do. Are we going to stay this way, pure entertainment, for the sake of making money? You know, and we become like a cash app. That's it. That's all we care about is the damn cash app. You know, making some money. That's fine and good. This is a business. But what type of business are we going to be? Are we going to do a business about mafia stuff and talk about people in the mob? Or are we going to talk about people that aren't in the mob and fighting with one another? Is that what we're going to do? Are we going to be fans? Are we going to actually have real shows and discuss? There's so much things to discuss in mafia history, and we've gotten away from that. And you know, people are afraid to go near that because they're afraid that their subs are going to drop. Not as many people watch the shows because we that bring you the information, we're not Sammy Gravano. We're not Michael Franzese. These guys are real gangsters. They live in the streets. We didn't live in the streets. Well, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. We lived in the streets, but under a different scenario. Either we were dealing drugs, or we were drug addicts, or we were just hustlers. Or both. You know, I thank God about one thing. I was never a drug addict, never addicted to drugs. But I was a criminal. And I did a lot of bad things in my life, but when it came to money, a lot of silly things. Cost me my life. And this is the thing about gangsters. People like think that these gangsters lived this like glorious life of being gangsters. No, they did not. They lived the life of being gangsters for a short period of time, and most of them went to prison or died. That was their fate. And why I'm on here, I'm 60 years old. I got to this point because I wasn't one of those guys in the streets killing each other or killing my friends. I've had a lot of hairy incidences. I'm lucky to get this point in my life. But when I start having people that were in the, serious conversations with people that were in the life, and they say to me, Lee, what are you going to be? Are you going to be part of this entertainment where you're fighting and doing silly shit? Or are you going to actually start doing some shows? You know, And, this is where people try to provoke people to fight, and that's what we've been trying to do, provoke people to fight or become people, people get sides. Uh, you have viewers that like certain people, and that's it. And that's, it's kind of funny though, because I was speaking to this person this morning that said that John A. Light has been told to stay away from the silliness of YouTube. Imagine that. These shows, some people came on here on a platform to go after John A. Light, and John A. Light's being told to stay away from this because of the silliness. And it has. You can pretend that it's not silliness, but it is. It's all these silly fucking nicknames and wannabes, and it's on. Listen, I never told you that I'm a wannabe. I had no desire to be in the streets with gangsters. Okay. And right now, you look at guys like Sammy and guys like Michael Francis. I mean, they do well, and even Jimmy Calandra. They do well because they were actually in the streets. They actually knew gangsters. I'm talking about whether it was, you had Sammy Gravano knew John Gotti, Michael Franzese knew everybody, and so did uh, Sammy Gravano. And Sammy Gravano, there was a time where Sammy Gravano was the most hated man in the world. You would see rat faces everywhere on newspapers and Sammy Gravano's face on them. And what happened in the end? The guy really, literally reinvented himself. Those are the things that we should be talking about. How did a guy like Sammy Gravano reinvent himself to go from rat to YouTube star? He literally has. And this has, I can't stand him, but I don't think he gives a shit if I can't stand him, because he's doing well and he literally flipped the script on everything. It's probably the biggest script ever flipped in the history of YouTube when you really think about it. If someone told you 12, 13, 10 years, even 10 years ago that Sammy Gravano was going to be a YouTube star, you would have laughed. But, as time goes on, people die off. All the old gangsters that hated Sammy and wanted to kill him, you know what? Sammy outlasted them. And that's why Sammy became the star that he is now. And you know what? Sammy might be here another year. He might be here another 10 years. But the fact of the matter is, when he leaves this earth, he's going to be known for his YouTube show. He's not going to be known as a street rat anymore. He's not going to be known as the guy that put Gotti away. The people that are around Gotti don't even go after Sammy Gravano because he's that powerful. All Sammy has to do is say something and he can flip the script on anybody. That's how powerful his show's becoming. Same with Michael Francis. And you're talking about a guy that they claim was a rat, and he did kind of rat on Norby Walters, but it's a kind of thing. It's not like an actual ratting. Then you have Jimmy Calandra that comes on and he admits he ratted, but the guy still has kind of an extraordinary life when it comes to being on the street and being a gangster. All us other guys, we're just entertaining right now. And we're not really doing much of anything except fighting with one another and entertaining. And then people are getting involved, and people say, "Hey, why are you guys fighting like this?" The reality is, the drama creates the views. People don't want to hear that, and and the reason that they create the views is because we're presenting it, and we're not gangsters. You know, what are we? I was a one man gangster. I did crime by myself, and then I worked around some gangsters, but I never became part of that lifestyle. So we have to figure it out now. What are we going to do? Are we going to watch silly movie clips or, talk about silly shit? Or are we going to actually talk about real stuff? That's the challenge. All of us have to decide what is it we're going to do. Hey, if you're going to be entertainment, just say you're going to be entertainment. Don't pretend to be something you're not. And, if you look, I always say it's entertainment. And that's what I'm here for, to entertain. But it's gotten so freaking ugly. I had another YouTuber the other day that I was watching. He was in someone's chat room during a silly little show. And someone came in and said, Lee Cole has a warrant for him, and started saying this couple things. So this other YouTuber says, "Hey, dude, send me the email." So literally, send me the email on the information you have on Lee Cole so I could put it out there. Another fucking rat move. It was all lies. It was based on Lee Cole has a warrant in Missouri. All you got to do is go online and look at Missouri. It's free. There's 1,000 Lee Coles pop up, but there's not a Lee R. Cole me. But this is what we become. We become like a search and destroy thing. And the strong survive. We could take it. If you could take it, you could survive. And if we want to stay entertainment, it's like I said, we'll just stay entertainment. If we want to become rats and start ratting out our competitors, then stay entertainers and admit what you are. You're a rat trying to, come up with information to destroy other shows. I mean, that's what it is. I've decided to do my own show. I'm not going to be baited in to even dealing with these other people anymore. And if people don't, stop it, guys. I'm sorry, my dogs are fighting. If people don't want to watch the shows because it's not entertaining and we're not attacking each other, then don't watch me. I got dogs that want to play in the morning. Can you imagine that? How dare you want to play in the morning? I have something serious going on in my life right now. I have a woman that I care for very deeply that's in critical condition. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. It's been very time consuming and emotionally draining. And I find myself doing these shows and still putting out content despite the fact of something so serious going on in my life. I like doing this, but I don't like to search and destroy stuff. If we're going to have trolls having shows, that's their thing. They're trolls. They admit what they are, and they could do it. I have one guy that does a show that the only thing on the show is him putting up his middle finger and telling me to go F myself. And that's supposed to be entertainment. That's what we've become. So I'm going to try to put up more quality stuff. I'm going to try to stay out of this fray. And I'm going to just leave everybody else alone. And they have to decide what they're going to do. You know, because there's certain shows and certain things you could do to make money on these platforms. But as you will see, I don't have no money app. And I'm not a rich man. I got a few dollars in my pocket. That's pretty much it. But that's that. You know, people need to be smart enough to understand what's going on. You know, people are trying to present stuff that's not true. And then we have people that don't research stuff, don't look at stuff, and they believe what they hear. It just goes to show you how easy people in our society can be controlled. I am what I am. I'm a guy that made a lot of mistakes. I'm a guy that voted for Donald Trump. I'm proud of what I do politically. I'm proud of who I am. And I'm not going to pretend I'm somebody who I'm not when it comes to politics. I am who I am. And if people don't want to watch me because of that, then they don't want to watch me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to present who I am. Am I going to talk about politics? Yes, sometimes I'm going to talk about politics. Look how fucked up our country is, especially the last 9 months, 10 months. You know, we're not blind here. We could see. That's pretty much all I have to say, people. I'm going to work harder to give you better quality entertainment. And if it's just bullshit you're looking for and the fighting and stuff, I don't know what to tell you. You know, but if I feel negative about gangsters and certain gangsters when I do these shows, I'm going to say so. I'm not going to pretend. I'm not going to ally myself with anybody. If someone's my friend, they're my friend, and I don't give a shit whether they're a so-called rat or not a rat. Because one thing these shows have proven is that people that are rat hunters are rats. That's what it comes down to. But it's up to you people to see it. You know, we could be fans of shows, or we can be fans of quality. That's what it comes down to. With that, people, thank you. I love my country. And most of all, I love a certain woman who probably is not going to make it. And if she does, she needs a miracle. And I just want to let you people know that. Take care.